Alright, today we're going to continue our process of finding solutions of systems of equation through elimination. What we're going to come across today is we're going to have a coefficient that is not going to be 1. What we want to do, keep our eyes on the prize, remember. Our final goal is to cancel out a variable. So how we do that, we're going to multiply both equations, if we need to, by something that will end up canceling one of the variable out. Looking here, I have 2x minus 3y is 0, and 3x minus 2y is 5. I cannot cancel anything out. So I am going to make my 2 and a 3 into something. And I ask myself, okay, what does 2 and 3 both go into? And the answer is 6. So I end up multiplying this whole equation by negative 3. I chose negative 3 because I want them to be the opposite. If they're the opposite, I can cancel out. I want to multiply that by 3 and this equation then by 2. Notice the pattern. That will always be the case if I use this strategy. Rewriting, I get negative 6x plus 9y, because the negative and negative cancel out, equals 0. Bottom one, 6x minus 4y equals 10. Be very careful to distribute to everything and careful about distributing that negative. Kids mess that up a lot. The x's cancel out. There, my goal was achieved. Yay. 9y minus 4y is equal to 5y, which equals 0 plus 10 is 10. Y is 2. So I'm halfway there. Still easier than substitution. Now I'm going to go back, and I have 4 equations I can pick from. 1, 2, 3, 4 equations that I can plug that y back into. I usually always personally go right to equation 1. So I get 2x minus 3 times y is 2, equals 0. 2x minus 6 is equal to 0. 2x is equal to 6, adding 6. Lastly, divide by 2, and x is 3. So the solution to my system of equations is a 0.32. Reminder, a solution means where 2 lines would intersect. So these 2 lines would intersect at the 0.32. Next example, I have 5x plus 4y is 9, and 4x plus 5y is 9. What I'm going to do at first, I see that one is not the opposite of the other, so I'm just going to make it happen. I'm going to times 5 by a negative 4 because they're both the same sign, so I want to make them opposite signs. And I'm going to times the bottom by 5. That's going to get 20 in front of the x, so the x will be able to cancel out. Distribute through. Negative 4 times 5 is negative 20x. This turns into minus 16y is equal to a negative 36. Careful for this. This minus comes from this negative and this plus. It turns into a minus. And then I have 20x plus 25y is equal to 45. Now I can combine, and the x's cancel out. That was my goal. Yay, goal. Now I get negative 16 plus 25. That's equal to 9y, which is equal to negative 36 plus 45 is 9. Y is 1. Again, my solution is always a point. I'm going to take this y and put it back in my first equation. It doesn't matter. Remember, I have 4. My personal preference is the first. You do whatever you like. Rewriting, 5x plus 4 times 1 is equal to 9. 5x plus 4 equals 9. Subtract 4. 5x equals 5. Divide, x is 1. So the solution to this system of equations is 1, 1. That means these two lines would intersect at the point 1, 1. All right, looking at the next example, I have 2x plus 3y is 1, and 4x minus 2y is equal to 10. Well, I see I have this 4 here, and I know I can turn my 2 into a 4. But I don't just want a 4, I want a negative 4, because I want to be able to cancel out. So here, all I'm going to do is times this first one by negative 2. That'll give me a negative 4 in front, and my life will be happy because I'll be able to cancel out the x. Distributing that negative, we get negative 4x minus 6y is equal to a negative 2. You should be asking yourself, why did she do minus there? I'll always reiterate that, class, because I'm so scared for students to make a mistake, a sign mistake, because you go through so much work with this kind of math, and it stinks when you just made a small mistake there. All right, I can combine. The x's cancel, bye-bye. Negative 6 minus 2 is a negative 8. Y is equal to a positive 8. Y is negative 1. Okay, now I'm going to find my x. Again, my preference. Where do you think this is going to go? It's going right there. Okay, rewriting 2x plus 3 times y equals 1. 2x minus 3 is equal to 1. How did I get the minus 3? Ask yourself that. 2x is equal to 4. X is equal to 2. So I have my solution to negative 1. These two lines would intersect at the point 2, negative 1. I think that's the only examples I'm going to go through. You need to get your hands dirty with this, practicing. We're going to hand out a worksheet for you to work on. There is also a key that Mr. Justin will hand out when he feels you are ready for it. Reminder, use the key as a tool to help you with this, okay? Because this is a lot of math, and when you don't get the right answer, I know how frustrating it can be. What you should be doing is empowering yourself, saying, where did I go wrong? And try to look through and see, did you make a distributing the negative error? Did you forget to distribute to everything when you multiplied through? This will be due on Monday. Have fun.